Hey Arizona, just because weed is legal now doesn't mean your criminal record is clear. You need to visit azexpunge.org today. The Reclaim Your Future campaign can expunge your record for free. Go to azexpunge.org now. Hey Arizona, just because weed is legal now doesn't mean your criminal record is clear. You need to visit azexpunge.org today. The Reclaim Your Future campaign can expunge your record for free. Go to azexpunge.org now. Hey Arizona, just because weed is legal now doesn't mean your criminal record is clear. You need to visit azexpunge.org today. The Reclaim Your Future campaign can expunge your record for free. Go to azexpunge.org now. Hey Arizona, just because weed is legal now doesn't mean your criminal record is clear. You need to visit azexpunge.org today. The Reclaim Your Future campaign can expunge your record for free. Go to azexpunge.org now.
Disclaimer. This video, like all videos featured on this channel, is definitely intended for mature audiences. This video is likely to contain profane language. Content is inappropriate for minors. Video is not for kids.
Welcome to the Dr. Greenthumb Show. Lord of mercy. How you doing?
I needed lots of help this last week. But I'm here. Hello, welcome. It's the Dr. Greenthumb Show live on Twitch, Discord, and YouTube. To my right, I got the rolling champ, Pedro, in the house.
Yo, what it do? Happy post-Christmas, everybody.
Postmas. Happy Postmas, bro. We got the legendary Psycho Lizzy in the building.
Salute, Mary Squeeze Mas.
Ah.
Coquito Day today.
We have the Treehouse Crew, Bolton, Blombo, Bra, and the Dominator.
Yo, what up, B? How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Good.
Slightly hot, but I'm good. We got the strong one, Strong Tone, in the building on Postmas.
Merry Postmas, everybody. What's happening?
Welcome to it. Yeah, man. It's the day after Christmas. Bolton, how you doing? How did you get what you wanted for Christmas, son?
Yeah, I can't complain, I guess. Got a nice little check in the mail, so chilling.
Right,
Chilling for Christmas. Money for Christmas. Let's go.
Just got a check in the mail. All right.
No Rosetta Stone?
Yeah, got that too. Marbell sent me that.
Uh,
Me up with
Marbell-
some Rosetta Stone.
Marbell gifted you Rosetta Stone for Christmas, huh?
Yeah.
That was kind of him. You know what I'm saying? Awesome. We were just talking about the only way that Bolton is probably going to roll an R. I mean, he came close twice this year.
Real close.
Yeah, there was maybe a couple weeks back he came real close, but we thought the only way is if he gets with the Latina chick that holds out, on the chocha with him. Like, you're not getting none of this chocha till you roll an R.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. What do you think, Steph Tone? You think?
I agree, and it's not going to just be a girl like that. It's going to be one that like he really, really, really wants. You know what I mean? Like, damn, I'm really in love with this girl.
I need to roll that.
He's going to fall in love with her, but he won't be able to. He won't be able to seal the deal because he can't.
Yeah.
That's the cookie to the cookie jar.
And you made the point that it has to be someone he likes that he's chasing. Right?
Yeah, she's not chasing him because he can deny that easy.
Yeah.
But if he's chasing her, like that's like, damn, like I gotta have that.
Got to have it.
Bring it.
Yeah.
You can have it.
I tend to agree, man.
Bolton's like, nah, I'll just get a black girl.
I'm gonna stick. Yeah. I mean, that would be a simple solution for him.
That would be awesome.
I don't know, it'd be cool having a Latina chick. She could just be yelling at me all the time, or
Yelling at? Why would she be yelling at you?
I'd
all the
always
time?
be causing trouble. So, like, I don't know, she'd just yell at me.
All right. So you would cause trouble on purpose,
Yeah.
just so she yells at you.
Yep.
And you must know that it seems like throughout my entire life as a just what I have observed, the Latin girls are all about the white boys. That makes you a target, Bolton.
You're a target, Bolton.
You're in that range.
You're prime real estate, son.
And all the Hispanic boys want the white girls. It's always been the opposites.
But you got to roll the R if you want to keep them. Just saying.
You gotta roll the R if you're gonna keep that.
If you could roll some weed, you could roll some R's, bro. And
I feel like they would like me better if I didn't know how to roll my R's.
I think you're wrong.
I think you're wrong. I mean, that's probably a fantasy you got in your head, but it's a different thing, man. I'm trying to tell you. Roll that R, man.
You know, the Latin cultures, all of them, you know, they're known for more for being the lovers in the international community, and there's a reason for that. And it's them R's rolling. Brrr, they be rolling,
right?
Maybe he needs a piece of ass, and then he'll start rolling his R's right. Like once
So you saying he might have been deprived?
Yeah. Once he gets it, he's gonna be like,
and he's locked up. His R's are locked up.
His R's are locked up.
His R's are locked up because he ain't had no action less. Is that
some Latina action? You know, he's gonna be like, "Que rica."
You can be reggaeton all day long.
I'm gonna hook you up, Bo.
Yeah, just send him to Long Beach.
Yeah.
You gotta come over where
They're all around you in Long Beach. You're surrounded.
I've hung out with a couple, so the R's still aren't rolling.
So you're trying to say
because you were only hanging out.
Because you were only hanging out. Steph knocked it on
You know
the
what
head.
I meant. I'm trying to be that PG for our YouTube.
Oh, you're trying to be PG now, huh?
Menage.
Oh my God.
Said a few.
That'd have been a good Christmas present for Bolton, huh?
Yeah, baby.
Oh man. And how did Christmas treat you, Pedro?
It was actually pretty cool spending with family. And not that I get gifts and all that, but it was cool seeing the family get gifts and open it up. And I recently had a little nephew, so
that's a gift.
He's just just seeing him get out of the house and celebrate with family was pretty cool.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I went to a skate park on Saturday. There was a little giveaway going on with some dude that I went to the same school. He's ended up being a really crazy skater. So he had a giveaway at the Hawthorne skate park. And I just went there, shot some pictures, and it was pretty cool seeing all the skaters come out that day too.
Where's the Hawthorne skate park? Is it in a warehouse?
No, it's in an actual park.
Oh, it's outdoors.
Yeah, it's an actual skate park in Hawthorne, which is something that they implemented years ago. So it was helped a lot of kids become pros there.
Oh man, that's great. There's skate parks everywhere nowadays. I love it.
And I'll tell you what, got some of them kids away from the gang banging too. To give them an option to do something different.
Yeah, it was pretty cool because you don't really see skate parks in the South Bay like that, and that skate park is known as the Dirty in California. But yeah, there's a lot of familiar faces I've seen there, so it was pretty cool seeing some professional skaters there.
Yeah, they tearing it up.
Word up. How about yours, Psycho Leezy? What'd you do for Christmas?
Yeah, just family time. You know, my girl, she cooked a great dinner. You know, my daughter was opening up her gifts and stuff. And Saturday we did the comedy club. Shout out Russell Peters, Big Ali, Big Ken for coming through. It was bananas.
Ken Flores, he's dope. How about yourself, Steph Tone?
Oh, we just had a little small dinner over at my place. Kristen, her dad, my friends Teek and Karen. We had a nice little feast. They whipped up some delicious eats. Had that honey bake.
Nice.
It's almost like a secondary Thanksgiving, but now you got gifts involved.
Yeah.
The Christmas.
100%. And I've also tried something that I've never tried during Christmas, which is we had pasta.
Pasta.
All right.
Why not?
Cool. There's pasta, pozole, tamales, and
you could change it up. It doesn't got to be.
Yeah.
I mean, the way we do it traditionally for us every Christmas is the pernil. We got the big pork shoulder.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's nice to have some traditional dishes, but it's also nice to, add to that.
Flip it up.
You can start new traditions.
True that.
Always.
So, I was laid up, since Thursday, because I had, a hernia surgery on Thursday. So, I was basically chilling for Christmas. But, wife, we decided we were going to have her family come over and, a get together. And we didn't do the traditional thing. Now, I wasn't really present at the party like I normally would be. I was chilling in my room like an old ass man, coming out every now and then to say hello to people, greet people, and how you doing? But I didn't want to be in the mix because I was sore as a mall that day. You know what I'm saying? Like I could barely get around. But they decided to not do what they normally do, which is the tamales, the this, the that, and the other. You know, it's usually a big spread. This year it was like a stack of pizzas, desserts, ham foods, and it was cool because it wasn't like, I mean, it was still work, but it wasn't like preparing all that craziness. And everybody loved the pizzas. They're like, pizza for Christmas. Let's go.
Yeah, one of these days, Pedro, we'll make a day out of it and do some content filming and record a whole process of making some tamales. Then we'll bring them down here and grub on them.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's get some moms involved.
Yeah,
Definitely do it. I can't do it by myself. Yeah, I know. I learned how to make pozole.
I could do it by myself, but it's an all-day process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I got some extra heads, you know what I mean, to spread that masa.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, everybody.
We could rip through them. That's where I drag is spread masa. I'm just like, man, this part I hate.
It's a process. Hell yeah. And luckily, my grandma, before it went all crazy, like, cause normally, yeah, you see all the crazy lines, all the people like going last minute for the tamales at the masa spot. And my grandma just went like a couple days before this time, put them in the freezer, and then brought them out in during the season.
That's the best thing you could do. You try to go like in like close to the days, man. You're waiting in lines for hours.
And shout outs to all those people that got them tamales, that make them tamales with them beautiful wraps tied off. Like when you can tie it off, like, cause I just fold mine and push a little, try to close the end a little, you know what I mean? Keep the ends closed. Them people getting them tied off on both ends, nice little wraps on. And shout out to y'all, man.
They're indeed a gift.
Yeah.
And a salute to everybody in the asylum. Thank you very much. I am taking it easy. I will be taking it easy. Can't work out for 6 to 8 weeks. Can't do any crazy physical activities, but I can sit here with y'all and talk some shit. So that's what I will be doing. No touring, no shows, no vocals, at least for a few weeks and stuff like that. I'm totally just chilling. So thank you very much for the well wishes. Today's National Winers Day.
Winers, like people that wine, or like
people that wine, not drink wine. Now winos. It's not National Wino Day. It's National Winers Day.
Yeah, today's the day. If you got something to say, let it out. Got hate in your heart, let it out.
Let it go. Oh, there's plenty of people letting it go like every day is Winers Day. You go on Instagram, boom, there's a bunch of people whining there. Any social media right now, there's a lot of people whining. But today's the day it's acceptable, I guess. I don't know, man. I just can't get down with that.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Can't believe they got a whole day.
Yeah, they get a whole day. And and they share it with National Candy Cane Day. How was Candy Cane Day the day after Christmas?
Yeah, true that.
Should be like the day before, maybe. Right? On the 24th, Christmas Eve, National Candy Cane Day. Y'all ought to push that forward. Or push it back, sorry.
We need to make a National Coquito Day.
National
I'm sure there is. We just haven't seen the book that published it.
For real.
We ought to
the calendar that has it.
Yeah. Beery, is there a National
Puerto Rican book we got to check?
Yeah, we're going to have to check. Or petition to make it that. You know what I'm saying?
National Coquito Day you're talking about?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
That's December 21st.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, how about that?
Thursday.
All right. We're late, but hey. We know that it exists.
We're having it now.
We're having it now.
Now we know.
But I can't have no candy canes, man. I don't like candy canes.
What day was it? 21st? Thursday? Friday?
Yeah, it was Thursday.
Yeah, it
It was Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So now we know. On the 21st, we got to be having.
We had them the day after.
Yeah.
On the 22nd.
Yep. We're a day off. No big deal. But yeah, candy canes I can't get down with, man. I never liked them as a kid.
Yeah.
I like them when they're not the cinnamon ones. And it's all the like blueberries and sour apples and all the different flavors.
Yeah.
Those probably, but you talking about just the regular.
Yeah, any of them. I don't like any of them. Too sugary.
Yeah.
Just never got down with it.
Don't hand him a candy cane with sprinkles.
Yeah, especially with not no sprinkled candy canes, mine. Oh, that'd be the ultimate. Like, what are you doing?
Speaking of candy cane, I actually went to Candy Cane Lane on the day before Christmas. That was actually pretty cool. It's been the first time since they opened up Candy Cane Lane. Well, in El Segundo since the pandemic, so it was pretty cool seeing the houses just being all like just go all out.
They got a
Christmas.
candy cane lane in Gardena.
Really?
For sure.
I didn't see that.
It's out there somewhere.
Damn, that would have been cool.
Everybody's
to see that.
got one.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a
I
local
don't know if
spot.
Gardena got one though.
Yeah, because I know the one in
It's
El
pretty big.
It is.
Yeah,
We
but I
definitely-
haven't heard of one.
We definitely went house watching. There was a lot of cribs all over Pasadena.
Oh, for the Christmas lights.
Yeah, Christmas lights was off the hook this year.
You ever watch that show, The Great Christmas Light Fight?
Yep.
It's pretty crazy, man. People
Right.
they put up, depending on the property they have, and even when they don't have such a big property, man, they light these houses up. I mean, it's like
Light
it's-
them up.
Yeah, and they prep for like a few months before Christmas because it's so many lights. Some people got 250,000 lights. Some people got 700,000 lights. And then it's not just lights. It's like the concept that they put behind how they're lighting it and everything. It's pretty wild stuff. Like, check this one out right here. Look at that, Pedro.
They got a really big
Wow,
one.
that's crazy. They make it look like a gingerbread house.
And this is mild in comparison to some of the other stuff you see.
I went to one in Santa Clarita once where they actually made it. It was they made it look like the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Where the actual owner of the house, he used to do like he used to be a production set guy who used to make like all these props for all these cartoon movies and all that. And he just basically did it on his house, and it's an actual attraction where people go there every day. And homeboy has like the dragon that spits out the green water, and it's actually pretty crazy how that house goes all out. And because that house goes all out, there's other houses around it that I actually like taking into consideration. Like, all right, if people are coming to see this house, we should make this whole like neighborhood a little like attraction thing.
A little bit more festive too.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool because I went to Candy Cane Lane and like there was some houses within because it's a dead end cul-de-sac. What's a cul-de-sac? So it's like they literally block off the entrance to the cul-de-sac to like where there can be no cars. It's just nothing but people in the middle and all
Look at
that. And like it sucks seeing there's some houses that just don't decorate.
Yeah.
Like they got no lights up, no
That'd
nothing.
be my house. Pedro. No, I got some lights up, just not crazy. Hell no.
Definitely the Christmas movies were in effect.
Oh, every
Yesterday,
Christmas movie.
Every channel was something.
You know, the only one I didn't see out there was Beat Street, man. How come y'all ain't programming Beat Street for Christmas movies? I mean, you got, they got Die Hard as a Christmas movie, and Bruce Willis, in a couple of interviews, he was like, "This is not a Christmas movie." It is, but it isn't. You know what I mean?
It just takes place at that time.
Yeah. But I mean, it qualifies it though.
Well, nobody here is going to argue against it.
Yeah, no.
I've never seen Beat Street.
You never seen Beat Street?
Yeah.
Beat Street.
You should watch it. Here, this is
Man,
a piece.
this is another classic
All
you
right.
haven't seen.
Another classic, hip hop influenced movie.
Bolton, Heat. Tell us about it.
I watched
Great
that.
movie.
Yeah, I watched that this past weekend. Robert De Niro's a really smart guy when it comes to running a gang. They had that one idiot that they allowed in the gang.
Always
which
an
pretty much-
idiot.
always an idiot that pretty much ruined the whole entire thing, the whole operation
Yep.
for
There's
everybody.
Ruined it all.
There's always one and his whole thing was not breaking any of his rules, and he broke one of his rules.
Well, he had you.
Yeah.
And that guy just started like blasting everybody, like the armored guys. He just started shooting at them, and Robert's like, "You're out of the gang." But they weren't able to kill the guy, so he ended up going to the top dog and was like kind of ratting out everybody. But I didn't expect Robert to die at the end of the movie there. I thought he was going to get away. Him and the chick were going to go off, but he had to be greedy and go get that revenge.
Sad
That's why
ending.
he died at the end.
Sad ending, right?
Yep, he could have gone away, but he had to get his revenge, and that's what killed
There's
him.
always someone greedy.
It's always when you
Yeah.
it's always when you break your own rules.
Yeah, he was already good to go, and he gave that up for a retard.
His homie, who he was consistently telling him, "Hey, you got to go by the rules." He's the only one. He got messed up.
Yep.
But he got away because he stuck to the rules, even though like it took him a minute to learn them.
Well,
Val Kilmer. Right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he got away.
yeah. He got away.
Robert's number one rule: don't let yourself get attached to anything you're not willing to walk out in 30 seconds flat if you feel the heat around the corner. He didn't listen to that.
No. He walked away. He left
No.
his girl right there.
No, he broke his rules. The revenge. That's something.
Oh, no.
you
That
should-
part was where he
that's some-
failed.
That's something that you should be able to walk away from.
Yeah, no.
Real quick.
Yeah, no. I'm saying, but he did walk away from his girl.
Yeah. So that's why it doesn't make like it was that's why the ending was so great.
Yeah.
Because he had discipline to walk away from her, but not like taking out the revenge.
Because to him, the revenge, there was a principle there.
Yeah. Well, his principal got him whacked. Son.
Yeah, no.
By Al Pacino.
Yeah, that was that was like the first time they were in a movie together too.
Sounds like
I don't even I don't even think they spent time together in the movie actually, like their parts. You know what I mean? Like there was only those 2 scenes where they were actually together.
There's a movie shot. There's a photograph that have them both sitting right across from each
Yeah.
Yeah, in the diner. That was when they first met.
And I thought this was a really good scene, too, because both of these guys are almost like the same character.
They're identical.
It's just they play different parts in life. One guy's a criminal, and the other guy's trying to go after the criminals.
Yeah, they
there's a respect, but, that's
like,
it.
there's a respect between them because Al Pacino's like, you know what? I'm going to get you. Like, I respect that competition to come after you. Whereas Robert De Niro, at the same time, he's like, you know what? I respect you at the same time. I'm going to get away from you. But it's just that competition they respected each other for.
And they both agreed, if either one of them had to put each other down, that's what they were going to do. You know what I mean? And De Niro didn't have the opportunity. That was all that happened. You know what I mean? He got caught.
Yep.
It's really interesting, though, because, like, watching, like, smoke and scan and police chases, they always would talk about, like, go to the airport because then the police helicopters can't go after you.
They can't chase you. And someone did that last year or maybe a year and a half ago. There was a chase that happened, and they were on him. Then he went into the airport and they had to back up off him with the helicopter. And he was able to bust a U-turn somewhere where there was another car waiting for him. Well, he didn't actually bust the U-turn. He jumped out of the car because it was there was an island in between them. So he jumps over, leaves that car there, jumps in his homie's or his girl's car, I think, and then they float off. Once they left the airport, even though they switched cars, I mean, they got caught. But for that second, he had him off him. He could have just dipped out the car, maybe ran through the neighborhood and got away. But
you're gonna lose the helicopter at the airport, but then you're gonna acquire the entire LAX police department.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, you lose one. You're gonna lose one helicopter and pick up about 12 units.
No, it's just interesting to me that they even mentioned that in the movie. And then at the same time, I thought Danny Trejo was the one that snitched on them.
No,
but it ended up not being him.
No,
that's crazy.
Yeah, no, he was the one that indicated to all of them that they were in trouble because he didn't show up for something, right? He got smoked.
He literally ruined every one of their lives except for Kilmer, and he even ruined his life because he lost his kid and his lady.
Yeah, his kid and his lady. He had to roll.
Yep.
He adhered to the rules.
Yep. Sizemore lost his family. He got whacked.
Yep.
In the shootout.
They broke all their rules and they were tight knit.
Yep.
Well-oiled machine, and then one little.
Yep.
Yeah.
And when you watch all these movies with this type of theme, they all fail the exact same way. And you'll find that this not only carries true in the movies like this, it will carry true in your own life. If you got some rules of your own, stick to your rules. It doesn't matter what other people think. You have your own set of rules. Stay by them rules. Them rules are important to you for a reason. They've been working for you. Stop breaking them.
Yeah, don't break your rules, man. Don't do it. Because it costs you in the end.
It will.
But that's a great movie. I hear they were going to do another Heat, either a remake or something. But, I mean, how do you do that? All the principal characters are dead. Val Kilmer, he can't really act anymore right now.
I mean, you could do it. You could do it with a different cast.
That's what I'm saying. But how do you do that? That's like redoing Scarface.
Yeah, but you definitely can't end. You can't have that. That meetup with the good guy, bad guy at the end. It can't end like that again.
No, that's done.
Yeah, that already happened.
Yeah,
you would just make everybody mad. They'd be like, I watched this. To watch that.
They should leave it alone, man. Guess who the queen of Christmas is once
Mariah
again?
Carey.
That's right, Mariah Carey. All I Want for Christmas breaks a new record for most streams on Spotify in one day with over 23 million streams.
Her own record. That's crazy.
Mariah, you's on fire.
She got about 15 racks for that.
Yeah, right.
Not bad.
She probably got, well, who knows?
Well, when you think about what Snoop said the other day, they told him he had a billion streams, and the check for it was like $45,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's ugly. You know what I mean? 1 billion is far more than 23 million. It sounds great, but like the royalty on it sucks balls. They need to do something about that, you know, for us as artists. Like change that royalty rate, man. Like the deal these goddamn labels made on behalf of our music are crap. You know, they went on strike with the actors for their royalty rates on streaming services. Why wouldn't they do that for musicians? They should do it.
We got to stand up.
Because you know what? There's really no union for musicians. I mean, we're a part of SAG and AFTRA and ASCAP and what is it, BMI or EMI? Something like that. BMI and all that. But that really does nothing for us as artists. Like, it doesn't protect us. There's no health or, you know, plans or retirement plans through any of that. And our royalties stay the same. And then when a lot of us got our record deals in the first place, none of the streaming shit existed.
Yeah, there wasn't no stream.
Yeah, so like, how is that? Like, how do you place anything in the original contract into this and then not have any representation when you made the licensing deals with Apple Music and Pandora, Spotify, and the rest?
Hey, this year is definitely time to, you know, do your contract over, you know.
Yeah, or redo your music. Pull a Taylor Swift on them, and you know, just go redo your
renegotiate for real.
Own the music and pop it off.
Get that money, because motherfuckers, believe it or not, are sitting on our money right now.
Oh, for sure, letting it collect interest. Yeah. You know, it's on how we unlock it.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, to unlock it, you're gonna have to spend money for a legal team to actually go after it.
That's not a problem.
You know, but not every artist has that kind of money.
Yeah. Nah, but
I mean,
you
have knowledge.
Well, it's a simple deal, you know. Yeah. You get the money, you get paid. You don't get the money, you don't get paid.
Yeah, your lawyer, you know, you're gonna get money. So
yeah. I mean, there's plenty of lawyers out there that'll take that. It's just that, you know, do you want to be bothered with it? And as an artist, you should.
Yeah, you gotta make the deals. You get paid when we get paid, and if we don't get paid, no one gets paid.
Especially us '90s artists. Definitely got bank waiting on us. So, you know.
And it shouldn't be a settlement. It should be pay us what you owe us and then change the rate.
I mean, they're always going to try to settle.
Because, well, no, you can't. Because then you'd be essentially selling off your royalties and publishing for a one-off pay. Nah, it's about change our royalty rate, because music sells all the time. You know, in almost like in perpetuity, right? You put out a record less. It used to have a shelf life, right? That any one of us before digital, you know, like a record goes away after so many years, the record company only stays pressing a small amount depending on what's being ordered from the retail shops or whatever, the distribution companies and all that stuff. It's not a high volume like when the first when it first comes out and it might be hot, right? Eventually that volume slows down. But with digital, they didn't anticipate that records would just keep selling and selling and selling and selling. And you don't have to, like, you know, put anything physical behind it. So it's just, they don't have to keep pressing. It's right there. You just click the button.
Yep.
I mean, so our music consistently and constantly sells every year, whether it's a small volume or a high volume or something in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
And you got to settle out with a better royalty so that you're constantly, your estate or your publishing or your royalties are constantly getting that money, as opposed to doing a settlement. Well, you owe us this and that. Okay, after they pay you that bloated amount, are they going to change the royalty rate because they're still going to sell your music?
Exactly.
So it needs to be like some sort of.
I mean, labels are always going to try to,
Yeah.
make you go for the carrot,
Make you
the
go-
carrot at
yeah.
you, like,
Make you take less.
yeah.
Oh, we'll give you a few million to settle out. Nah, because you're gonna make that back. No problem. Real quick. Yeah, something needs to be done with that streaming royalty rate for musicians, man. It's just horrible. The only ones that don't deal with that are the ones that own their own music, really. But the ones that were on labels like us before,
And we're both of us is definitely coming up on that time to collect masters.
Yeah, ours is I think 3 more years from now, because I think it's a 35-year. You have to wait for your masters, for you as an artist to get your masters back 35 years before we get our first album back.
I got my lawyer.
So we're on 32 right now.
I got my lawyer to submit already the
I ain't gonna be there for the last ones.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be there when the last ones.
The last ones are coming
but
in.
my
I'm
children's will get those.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there for those last ones.
Yeah, they gonna deal with those last ones. But I'll be here for the first and second, probably.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's crazy though. 35 years. That's a long time.
Well, if our if our representation had thought better of us in the beginning and thought, didn't just go with the fact that they thought this was like some trend. So we're going to give you some bullshit deal. And
you won't be.
They're going to be thankful because, at the end, they're probably only going to make 2 or 3 records and then out of here.
As they say, don't hate the player, hate the game. The reality is all of us as artists have been tools for those in the business to do, to run their hustle. You know what I mean? Like, well, like everybody's got their game. There's just games on games on games on games on games. I mean, it just layers and layers and layers of games. You know what I mean? And like, I ain't hating on them for having their game. You know what I mean? And for people that don't know it when you come into it, I mean, how would anybody know you're not in it? You know what I mean? But once you get in it, you start learning. You know what I mean? It's all right to look out for yourself and make sure you get what you want and you need. You're not asking for nothing out of the norm.
Yeah.
You got to know, and almost nobody really knows this stuff coming in. You know what I mean? So
no one's going to teach it to you because
the hustler's not by hustler code required to let you know that they're hustling. You should already just know and assume.
Unless you got a mentor that played the game, the people that run the game ain't going to tell you what the game is because their whole deal is to take advantage of you not knowing what it is. It's just like a lawyer. Right? A lawyer charges you because you don't know their funky ass language that they talk to each other about this and that in terms of law. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not using the same. You're speaking English, but it ain't the same English they speak.
Yeah, and this is the same thing with the music industry. I mean, like, unless you come from a line of artists and you usually will get the better deal if you come from that because you know what to do and what not to do.
Yeah, there's some experience.
Yes, there's experience there, and there's tutelage and mentorship that someone told you, hey, don't take this type of deal, take this deal, and don't settle for this or that. You make sure you get this and that. No one is taught that in the beginning unless you have that sort of mentor. So you take these crappy-ass deals, 8 albums, master coming back 35 years after the first release because they didn't expect hip-hop artists to last past 2 albums realistically. They didn't think they were going to have to reinvest and for some of them they took advantage of that and some of them just hated the fact that they had to like keep reinvesting in these albums because
that's probably though a safe guess for most artists, new artists, you know what I mean? Because not everything that comes into the world is immediately grabs. That doesn't mean it won't grow into something one day.
Right. It could potentially.
It just means everything coming out doesn't always happen right away, because there's always a lot of things coming out. You know what I mean? So sometimes people just don't get to see your magic because they got blinded by the lights over here. These ones were like glistening.
When you think about it, back in the day when people released music before the digital aspect came in, how many records would you say came out on a Tuesday? Maybe 100, 200.
Oh, yeah. Now we got 2 release days, right?
Yeah, now you got 2 release days because there's so much goddamn music coming out And you can't just hold it back because now there's thousands of artists submitting records on Tuesdays and a Friday, right? And then all these artists and their prospective genres are all battling for that one spot on the radio station, maybe, or the playlist, or they're chipping off someone to be on a playlist. There's only like 9 to 12 spots that they play on radio where you're getting like the everyday spin. There's the high up spots, the first top 3, they're getting rotated all day. The ones in the middle, they're getting rotated some of the day, some of the night, a little bit in the morning. The ones on the bottom, they're getting, sporadically played and stuff like that. But there's only those 9 spots. And when you got like 2,000 artists coming in on a Tuesday and Thursday, think about how badly the game is flooded with music.
Oh, and that's just the world that's in that game, because the rest of the game will release an album at any time, day or night, any day of the week. They don't care. They put it out by themselves.
Yeah, they're not playing the Tuesday, Friday.
Yeah, they didn't have to wait for they had their own team. They just did it.
There's that. That's considered rogue because you're not conforming to how they play the game and how charting works and all that stuff. There's a lot of independent artists that don't give a goddamn about the Tuesday and Thursday drop. I'm dropping tomorrow.
Yeah, it don't even matter.
Yeah.
I do what I want.
I do what I want. I don't play this game, and those are the nuances of today's, the recording industry and the artists within them, no matter what genre. It doesn't have to be hip hop, any genre. There's bands out there that now they ain't waiting for a label. The label might come to them later.
They don't wait for the label because they got they are their label.
They are the label now.
When you're your own label, you're not waiting for the label. You made the decision. Okay, today at 7:38, that's when it comes out.
Yeah, you have more options today though. Back before all the digital shit, you didn't have those options. You had to either be on a label, or you're gonna pop it off yourself independently. But you had to adhere to the drop days. Otherwise, no one was seeing. No one was giving a goddamn.
And you can release your album now completely for free.
Yep. I heard that. The royalty rates on that are great.
Yep. You can give your record away for free and get donations. And more in donations than you would have from actual sales.
Probably.
Because people just, people love you and they want to support you, man. They're going to take care of you, you know what I mean? If you're doing something that's good and they like it and they believe that what you're doing is genuine, man, your peeps will take care of you.
Yeah, man. It's a different game these days.
Because they know you're giving it to them, you know what I mean? When you're giving them something that they're like, that they appreciate, they'll let you know.
How about this?
They'll show you.
This is cool for Cali. California's Fair Employment and Housing Act now makes it illegal for employers to penalize or terminate a person based on their use of cannabis products outside of the workplace. Give them a round for that.
It means if you're going to smoke on the job, step outside to do it.
That's right. Because you know what? Cannabis users have been discriminated against. We still are right now to this day. I was reading something on one of the YouTube community guidelines, and it's horrible how they discriminate against cannabis.
Yeah, but we're going to see that our whole lives.
We are,
kind of. And you know why? Because we do it with people who drink too. You know what I mean? Like I don't have no problem with drinking. I really don't. You know what I mean? Drinking is fun, and I fully support those that are having a good time. But some people that drink ain't having a good time. And that's the drinking person that everybody dislikes.
Yeah, because everybody else is having a bad time.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Trying to deal with that.
Yeah.
But I'll say this, man. That's a big deal, man, because a lot of people couldn't get jobs because, they take these tests, the urine or blood tests, and they detected with cannabis, and they don't get the job, even though they're qualified more than the person they give the job to. And so that's big, man. Salute. At least
if you're an American in another state outside of California, and you love you some weed, and I mean you really love you some daily use, all day use, but you in a risky area, you need to pack up shop immediately. Bring yourself to the West Coast. Live in freedom. You're gonna pay more.
Yeah, you're gonna pay more for that freedom.
But you're gonna have that life where you're not tripping like that.
That's not a lie.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
not freedom costs.
Yeah. That's the cost out here. But you know what? It's worth it.
And you get summer and
I
Christmas.
gotta tell you something. We got the most expensivest freedoms out here.
No doubt. No doubt.
From your gas.
We're getting overcharged for that freedom for sure. But this is what you must have to do sometimes in order to enjoy yourself like you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people wish to have Christmases the way we do in Cali, you know, in LA where it doesn't rain.
Yeah, man.
Or
Yeah, you know, but I'll tell you what, those
Like
people,
an 80-degree
those
day
people
in the
have
middle of
already
January.
those people have already come here.
Yeah.
But they've left. So a lot of them have left to different states now because, you know, one, the taxes are way high. The freedoms are too expensive. And you know, and the crime has been scaring them out.
You know who's not leaving California?
Californians.
The people that was born in California.
That's right.
They ain't leaving here.
Yeah, I mean, I was born and raised.
I ain't leaving here.
here.
I'm a Californian.
I mean, you'd be surprised. A lot of Californian people was trying to get the out of here.
Well, yeah, it's true, but
they're not from here.
But some of them, they've been here long enough to say they're from California, but they weren't really born and raised here. So some of them skate off. But there are a lot of Californians that were born and raised here that have ran off to different places because it's just too much out here right now.
Yeah.
You know, but it is what it is. It's the cost is high, but you know, I'll take my chances right here.
But it's not. It's our elevated cost of living is not a natural, you know, level of elevation. It will come to a market rate, a market price at some time. But right now, it's, you know,
it's an illusion.
It's been under siege.
Yeah,
freedom.
It's crazy. But this is a cool move for the cannabis.
Oh yeah. It should be like that everywhere. There's no reason for it to just be here.
Yeah, for the cannabis consumer, this is everything. You know, like that could possibly getting a life-changing job that it doesn't like hinder them or block them from it, and that's everything.
I was telling some dude that came by not the other day, and they were like, "Yeah, man, I want to try it, but you know, then I lose my job." And I was telling them like, technically you can't, because I think didn't they pass something where they can't really fire you
in California?
Yeah, they can't fire you for weed. So I was telling them like in Cali specifically, they can't fire you. Like,
well, that starts in January on the 1st.
But
right now,
this week you're gonna get fired.
Technically, right now you could get fired.
Yeah, this week you're still gonna get fired.
You know what? I'm not
next week.
I'm not really mad with jobs that don't want people to smoke, because really, like, I understand. Like, I wouldn't want somebody or go to some place and the dude's all high. Like,
what about your pilot? What about your pilot?
Yeah, like,
can your pilot
or
get high?
drunk? He's drinking. Like, nah, nothing. You want to do that? Do it after work.
Well, that's what they're talking about. They're not talking about being able to smoke while you're at work. They're just saying, you know, like when you take your urine test or your blood sample, that they can't fire you because it's in your blood. No, you should not be doing it at your job. Hell no.
Nah, definitely.
It also depends on your job.
While you work.
It depends on your job.
Like if you're a truck driver, they can still test you for THC because you're restricted to federal regulations.
Yeah.
So like if you work at an airport or
Yeah.
any kind of
If
federal
you're a
job
federal-
that you have,
Federal job,
yeah, it doesn't matter what state you are in, they can still test you for THC.
Yeah, exactly. It's
one of the main reasons I started smoking cannabis daily and regularly was to disprove all the stereotypes about it. Like that you can smoke weed, you can be functional, you can be aware and coherent with everything. You know what I mean? You're not that thing that they dismiss as a stoner all the time.
Yeah.
That's just not how it goes. I would trust a doctor who's high. I would trust a pilot who's high.
Nah, me.
I would because
he's not 100%.
That's
He's
not
gonna
true.
be 80%.
if he smoked like us, I would trust him.
That's not
But if
good.
he was like a
part-timer,
no, hell no.
I'm good.
Never, baby.
Got to be on the reg.
You gotta have someone like Denzel Washington on
Flying
flight, dude.
Been training your whole life for it.
Flying the airplane, like, you'll pass that.
Hey, did
I would let them smoke a joint in the cockpit for sure.
check this out. This isn't on our story sheet, but I saw this over the weekend, and I think Daily Mail has a photo of it. But they said over Air Force One, while Biden was in L.A. fundraising, that there was a photo of a UFO hovering over. Of video too. There's video and a photo of a UFO hovering over Air Force One while it was either leaving or coming to LAX or something like that.
Oh no!
Like the actual plane.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Biden.
Yeah, photos on the Daily Mail, Beery, if you want to check that out. But yeah,
I got to see this. Come on.
that was on the news this weekend. Boom, right there. See it?
That's a balloon.
It's not a balloon, bro. They showed the video. That thing was not a balloon.
It's an experiment.
Let me find the video real quick.
Yeah. And they also, well, I'll let you find the video real quick. But how about this? Because this wasn't on the sheet neither. Spirit Airlines put a kid on the wrong flight. Did you see that this morning?
Wow.
Yeah.
Spirit Airline, you're stank. How do you put a kid, an 8-year-old? Six.
Yeah.
Okay, 6-year-old on the wrong flight.
Where did he
On
go?
Christmas.
He was supposed to go to some spot in Florida, right?
Not too sure the exact location.
Yeah, it was Florida. I think Orlando or something
He
that.
He landed in Orlando. But
160 miles away from his destination.
his grandmother had to drive 4 hours to go get him at the other airport. His luggage showed up at the right airport, but whoever the handler was put him on the wrong plane.
There's multiple perspectives though to this story, and I just have to say
there's no excuse for that.
there is. That's one of them. One of them is there's no excuse for that, but the other one is because there's no excuse of it. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you have
It's Home Alone-ish.
Yeah, you have to laugh it off because really, I mean, the alternative is to be, you get really upset, right? And being really upset's not actually going to help it. It already happened.
Oh well, there's a lawsuit coming to Spirit.
Oh,
Airlines.
but
that's not so funny for them.
no, but hey, they made the mistake. They're gonna pay for that. You know, what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how that's gonna work out for them.
That's how I came across it. It came up like as a meme, like, oh look, Home Alone 2 in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
man.
you know how many times that's happened in time? So
I-
many times it's out of control.
So are they firing
no,
the handler?
no, hell no.
You don't think so?
Nope.
Why wouldn't you fire him? Because you're going to lose millions of dollars right now over that.
Yeah, because I mean, they're gonna have to prove that person actually made that happen. You know what I mean?
Well, they're it's like, how do you not prove it? Like, one,
The handler,
they dropped off the 6-year-old with someone who works for the airline.
The
Now, that handler has to walk them through the security stuff
But does the
onto the plane to
Does
the
the handler
gate.
go to and from? Like, is
Yes.
on the flight with the child?
No, not on the flight.
They just put the child on the flight.
taking them from point A where
Yeah.
the ticket is,
They seat
whatever.
'em. They make
just
sure the
through
child's in the
security,
seat and-
make sure they get on the plane in the seat.
Right. And then they're out, but they don't actually go on the flight.
No, they're not on the flight.
Yeah. No, there is some accountability for this person, no doubt. But
They're
I
getting-
would,
they're
you know,
getting
I mean, they don't, they could have been operating, under a
Hell
different set
no.
of information.
Unless
like somebody could have told them.
unless you're high up in their corporation, they're firing you. You're costing them potentially millions of dollars. Right?
Like you'd have to, with saying that the handler was, at fault, you would also have to include the flight crew that kid got onto that flight.
Yeah.
Because they would have had to know. They have the list. They
Yep.
would have known.
Yep.
I mean, they had to make sure that kid was. They didn't even bother at that point. Is what
they're probably getting reprimanded. The handler is getting fired.
Thank you for
I mean,
spirit.
the bottom
And they're
line.
going to try to settlement out. real
I'm just
quick.
saying, if the handler gets fired, then the flight crew on that flight gets fired because ultimately.
I don't think they'll fire the
Oh,
flight
no,
crew.
because the flight crew ultimately had to accept
but
and acknowledge every person.
You
on
have
board.
to understand, though, there's a shortage in pilots and flight crews throughout the whole industry.
Yeah, they would be short one more flight crew right now.
I don't think so. I think it's the handler that gets the axe.
The bottom line is it's the parents' fault.
Well, one parent was waiting
Why'd
on the
you
other.
send your
Well,
kid
because like one parent, I believe, lived in the state he was coming from, and they were going to see the other parent. So the mother's waiting there. But
Man,
you're right. Father
no.
should have been on the flight with them.
Someone, yeah. I ain't
Sacrifice.
sending my daughter.
Sacrifice. Get on the damn
Yeah, I
flight,
would never
spend
do
a
it.
day, and come back.
I would never do it, but many people do it on the reg. This is not like an uncommon practice.
Many people do it, one, because They don't want to deal with having to like.
I mean, there's kids flying.
They don't want to pay
like
that
solo.
They don't want to pay that
international.
second thing. They can't afford it, or they just don't want to deal with it. And like, yeah, that is partially whoever the other responsible parent was, supposedly responsible, should have got on that flight with him. But once he handed the kids over to the airline, that handler needed to be looking at the ticket, needed to be looking at the gate,
At the plane.
and matching it up. How do you not do that if you're working for an airline?
Well, there was a systematic breakdown. It didn't happen just with. My point is, it's not one person because that kid had to go through security. That
Right.
kid had to go through,
Right.
the whole thing, the whole process.
You got to make sure you grease his hand.
You know what I'm
real
saying?
good.
Like the
Grease
failure,
their hand real
yeah,
good.
Like-
failure happened at multiple stages throughout this.
You know what the
entire
main
trip.
what the main failure was is that whoever
The
bought,
parents. He said it already.
well, no, buying the ticket on Spirit Airlines,
Yeah.
that was the failure right there.
That was the parents again.
Yeah, one of the parents.
Yeah.
if not both, could have been both of them.
It's crazy though, cause like, can't they when you're going into a flight, they scan your ticket, and can't they tell you, oh, excuse
what
me,
I'm
sir, you're on the
saying.
wrong
Yeah,
flight.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But that
The
goes to
flight
show
crew-
you that they're not even looking at these tickets.
That's
They're
why I
like,
said the flight crew. The
just-
flight crew
No,
had to have
they
some.
no,
kind
no,
of-
no, 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 no. Hold on. They don't even have to look at them. They scan them. There's a barcode on there, and it gives you a red light or green light. If you're on the wrong flight,
It's gonna be red.
it's going to be red.
Yeah.
So there, most likely, like Steph said, there was a systematic breakdown right
Yeah,
there. that
if
allowed
they
that to
failed
happen.
all the way in.
And they're going to pay for it. All right, did you find that?
Yeah, I got the clip right here.
So here goes the clip.
So you'll see something kind of float across the screen right over here. Should happen any second now.
3, 2, 1.
Right
Oh,
there.
there it is. Crazy.
LOL.
Yeah. So, yeah, it didn't really make all the local news, but I believe Daily Mail got it, Newsmax, and a few others and stuff like that. They out there, man. All right, one more thing. I think it was.
Look how that jet looks like the sky, though. Like how it blends in.
Yeah, because
You'll
there's
see
a
it right here.
yeah, because there's a fighter jet above them, like escorting them, and then the orb or whatever it is comes in between them.
What do you think, Steph Tone?
It looks like it was under the plane.
No,
Yeah, like, because if you see the when it goes over its wing, it's under the wing as opposed to over the wing. There, boom.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
It's under the plane.
Straight up a balloon.
nah, not a balloon. Sorry, Steph. Agree to disagree on that one. All right, real quick. Did you know in 1939 on this day, the real thriller killer Phil Spector was born?
Phil Spector.
Oh, he was what they call infamous
I don't know who he is.
and
He
notorious.
killed that girl, Lonnie.
Oh,
I don't remember
whoa.
her last name.
So Pedro, to give you some,
Oh, yeah.
to give you some background, he was a huge music producer, like in the '60s and the '70s, maybe.
He coined the phrase "wall of sound."
Yes, and he's a big deal, but he was hard to work with. Had a crazy ass attitude. There's many stories on how he was just a dick to a lot of the artists, and
He looks like a dick.
he ended up killing a friend of his one night.
Lana Clarkson.
Lana Clarkson. Wasn't she on The Price is Right? Or
I'm trying to
wasn't
remember
she
what
was
she
on
was
something,
on.
yeah.
But yeah,
He went to jail for the rest of his life till he passed away in jail.
Wow,
Phil Spector right there.
that's crazy.
Did you know in 1957 the Champs released Train to Nowhere, which 3 months later the B-side Tequila went #1 in the U.S. That's the Pee Wee Herman anthem. Tequila. I just flipped a rhyme to that the other day, man. It actually worked. I'm gonna have to see if I could mash it up with that.
that's some old ass vinyl right there. Who busted out that copy?
I don't know.
And it looks
That song still plays today, man.
To this day.
To this day.
that's a beat up 45.
That
Yeah.
record needs some spray and
Love.
Alcohol, everything.
Put it back in the sleeve and don't even look at it. Did you know on this day in 1963, Lars Ulrich was born? Happy birthday.
happy birthday and
Loss.
condolences for your father.
Say what?
I said, and
Oh,
condolences
his father
for his
passed.
father.
Yeah, rest in peace, man. Did you know In 1963, the Beatles dropped their first chart-topping single in the U.S. I Want to Hold Your Hand, man. Yeah, that was a big
Love
song.
that song.
Yeah,
Yep.
still
I
gets
wanna
Songs that
hold
hit.
your hand.
still gets run today. The Beatles.
Look at George.
Oh, so there was an interesting thing, right? CNN had this documentary just the other day on Little Richard, like talk about his life and all that stuff, and they flashed to the Beatles on it. And the Beatles, this was before like they blew up. He was the one that took them to Hamburg to play in the clubs down there, and like Paul McCartney got his little screams like the woo from Little Richard. It explains all that shit. Like rest in peace, Little Richard. He was actually the
King of rock and roll.
King of rock and roll. Or if you want to say, that Elvis was the king, you call him the godfather
Yeah.
of rock and roll. But really the king, and Little Richard says this, Elvis came up to him at some event one night and said, "Hey, I want you to know you're the real king of rock and roll." Like letting him know, "Hey, I got this from you."
Real.
Paying homage.
Yeah, he paid homage to him. That was cool. Did you know on this day in 1968, Led Zeppelin started their first U.S. tour opening for Vanilla Fudge?
No, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that neither.
Man, Vanilla Fudge.
They were dope too.
That's classic.
They had a badass drummer too, Eric Carmine or whatever.
Look at Robert Plant's hair right there.
Look at that. That's a nice head of hair right there.
Stevie Page's hair.
Well, Bolton's on the
On
right.
drums.
No, he's on the right.
You think, that's Bolton? Yeah, that's kind of Boltonish.
He's very Bolton. Bolton's uncle.
Yeah, baby.
Just need to grow my hair out a little more.
A little John Paul Jones. Just, yeah, all right.
Next Halloween.
John Bolton Jones.
John Bolton Jones.
There you go.
Each one had a different hairstyle. It's crazy.
Yep. Did you know on this day in 1971, Jared Leto was born? Happy birthday, Jared Leto.
Happy birthday, Jared.
We got to have Jared Leto on the show.
Oh, this guy. I thought it was the car dude.
Bolton's pretty cousin.
What's the car guy's name?
That's Vitaly.
Yeah.
We're going to start over here in Odessa. We're going to go all the way around.
Yeah. That's it's not, what is it? Lords of War?
Yeah, Lord of War.
Lord of War. Yeah. That was a good movie.
Jack.
But the fact that he
Nicolas
had,
Cage.
but the fact that he didn't have not one lick of like Russian accent,
No.
and it killed it for me, you know,
Oh.
because he was talking like a yuppie the whole time.
He
Like,
was Ukrainian,
pretentious.
though.
Yeah, but they don't talk like that.
No, but
Yeah.
it was good enough.
It was Cage doing Cage as a Ukrainian guy, and it just somehow missed for me. Even though it's a great movie, I'll still watch it.
Great movie.
Yeah. Did you know? On this day in 1986, the Beastie Boys started their License to Ill World Tour in NYC.
Living large.
Some of the best to ever do it. The Beastie Boys, much love.
License to Ill.
Yes, indeed.
Crazy one.
Hell yeah. Nothing but gems on that.
Hell yeah.
Start to finish.
Did you know? On this day in 1999, we lost the legendary Curtis Mayfield at the age of 57.
I didn't know that.
One of the dopest songwriters right there, man.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Curtis.
baddie, I'm your hustler, I'm that nigga in the alley. I don't know. I fucked it up.
You was almost there.
You
I'm
got
your
it. You got
pusher
that.
man.
I'm your pusher man.
And it was dope how Ice-T rocked that.
Did he do Across 110th Street too?
No, that was Bobby Womack.
Ah.
He
Oh,
did.
Bobby
He did.
Womack.
Red is that.
And then I think he did Brothers Gonna Work It Out.
Yep.
He did a lot of stuff. Like Curtis Mayfield did a lot of badass.
A lot of soundtracks.
A lot of soundtracks. And some of his dopest work was on them soundtracks.
It was about Fishbone's cover of Freddy's Dead.
Yeah. That's very aggressive.
I love it.
Yeah. All right. Now let's check this out.
Hey, how's it going? This is Michelle from Dr. Greenthumb's LAX, located at 5494 West Sentinel Avenue, just 10 minutes from the airport. If you're ever looking for some flour, pre-rolls, tinctures, edibles, whatever you're looking for, we've got. We're open from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day, so if you're ever in the area, come check us out. Now back to you guys at the studio.
Word up. Now let's get into submissions.
Is that a mirror behind her?
I don't know. I didn't. I gotta look.
It's
at
not.
Submissions, 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 submissions.
Yeah, what up, Snacks?
Snacks got a homie now.
Yeah, Snacks picking it.
He's got homies.
They're blooding on the little rabbit.
Yeah. Little rabbits, they're still their homie though.
Gangbang.
We got Charlie, Sasha, and family saying we don't have any humans to celebrate Christmas with, so our dinner was homemade stuffed crust pizza.
All right. Why not?
What's up, Bobby?
Those dogs always remind me of Men in Black.
Yep.
The movie.
Hey, man, come on, come on.
I don't know.
Pizza, pizza.
You need to cook it a little bit longer, though. Turn
Yeah.
that temp up some.
Slightly, yeah.
Darken that crust up.
Yep.
Bro.
Slightly crispy.
Cook that meat. Make that meat sweat. Put some
You
crispy
know-
edges on it.
And not for nothing, like when pizza, like a nice cold Coke, it's not bad.
It's not bad. I don't drink them, but
I
you
don't
know,
suggest
I
that
hear
you
you.
drink, but you know.
I don't know when's the last time I had a Coke.
Yeah.
I've resisted a Coke now for quite some time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not to say I'm never going to have a sip ever again.
I might have had a sip somewhere, like
yeah.
maybe a year ago, like cracking one open in the dressing room and just, and that was it. But like, I cannot drink a full one.
I mean, anytime it's Europe for me, I'll always drink.
Maybe in Mexico, like in the bottles
In
over
Mexico,
there,
for sure.
I would maybe knock down one of the small bottles, but like I could not drink a full one. Like it just, I can't do it.
Yeah, Mexico and Europe, they're elevated chances.
Yeah. It's not the same ingredients that we're getting over here.
Different drink.
Yeah.
And we got Mick up in here showing this is goulash with red apple cabbage and dumplings.
All right.
All right.
I'm liking those mashed potato balls right there, too.
I would try that.
Bring it.
I would definitely try that.
Nice, clean white plate.
And if you haven't smashed the likes yet, please smash them. You guys almost unlocked, you guys almost unlocked a prescription box the day before I went out. Know what I'm saying? You guys came so close. You might be able to unlock it today. 1,000 likes before the show's over. You still got an hour and there's 444 likes popping off right now. We're not going to tell you what's in the prescription box. You will just have to know that it's dope. So if you want to try to get us to 1,000 likes, and we might give that away today or tomorrow. Awesome. All right, next.
And we got Balls Mahoney up in here saying, "What's wrong, babe? You've barely touched your white pony themed Deftones ravioli."
Nice.
Dope.
I mean, why would you want to touch it, though? I mean, that's like a work of art.
I love it. It's great.
Maybe you eat one just to see how it tastes, to make sure it's good, and then the rest you leave as art.
That's just going to be that squid ink to make the art on there.
Edible.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Well done.
Could see that at like an album release party.
Bring it.
What if the pasta shells were like in the shape of the horse?
That'd be even doper.
That would be dope, huh?
Yeah, that'd be great.
It'd be hard.
Mm.
You hear it? You
White,
heard?
white pony pasta, son.
That's coming next. We'll see it next.
Bring it.
Yup, that's next. We just, manifested an idea out there.
Then you're going to have to freeze a whole big bag of them and ship them out.
Yup.
I saw this online. Have a Merry Swiftmas.
Yeah, I saw that too. That's a good one. I would imagine that probably in the next year or so, she's going to do a Christmas album and she's going to go after Mariah Carey's title song.
Oh,
She's very competitive, I think.
that's out there, yeah.
So I'm going to go after the Christmas queen.
Well, she's also smart enough to know that she probably doesn't have the song yet. You know what I mean? You got to have...
She will.
You know, when Mariah left the studio after she did that track that night, you know what I mean? She was like, we killed it. This is it.
Yeah,
Watch.
she had to have known.
She knew.
She knew.
Like, there's no way after you do that, you're like, nah, this song, this is crushing.
Because
nobody got this. Nobody.
Because everybody had just been running to the standard Christmas songs forever. And she is like, I'm I'm a kill Christmas.
And she brought fire with it. It was energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
So
it's
does
still,
Tay.
it's. I mean, look, 23 million streams in one damn day. That says a lot, and that's the one song. It's not like her catalog; it's the one song. I mean, her catalog probably flourishes and does great, but the one song.
And
I don't know who's going to top that.
Is it 23 million domestic, 23 international? It's like all streams. It doesn't matter.
I don't think
there's no regions when it comes to streams, right?
There's probably no regions when it comes to streaming.
And I think that's just Spotify too.
Yeah,
Doesn't
that
even
was
include
just
Apple.
Spotify. That wasn't even Apple's numbers.
Yeah.
Or, like, so in Compass,
YouTube. You know what I
in
mean?
Compass, that's probably just a quarter of what she got. But when you think about YouTube and because they stream all that stuff on YouTube on playlists and all that stuff, and as well as the other streaming sites, she probably got like probably 100 million.
Yeah, well, the real test of her caliber is the actual sales for that day. You know, because rest assured, the world was buying that song that day too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
yeah,
whatever. How many times was that song purchased that day? That's the test.
That's the real.
And I guarantee it was a hefty number because it's always been. It's never not been.
Yep.
Like I said, when she walked out the studio that night, she was like, psh.
It's the most gleeful and joyful song, and it's one of the biggest songs that people hate too. Like, there's a good portion of people that hate that shit.
It's like a Nickelback
I
song.
cannot stand to hear it.
She was already on the a number one selling artist level already. She was already there with hits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't like that was her first hit. She showed up.
No, that was just her hitting another home run.
Yeah, that was the grand slam.
Yeah.
She hit a grand slam.
Yes, agreed. That was the grand slam.
And not only downloads, but she gets a lot of gigs.
Well, yeah, she still as
All
a matter of
Christmas
fact,
gigs.
as a
She's
matter
any Christmas
as a
gig.
matter of fact, on Christmas Day or evening, whatever, on NBC or ABC, they ran her
she's the
Christmas
one.
special.
Yep.
And she came out with the production, son.
Of course.
It was it's Mariah Carey Christmas, son.
That's right.
Instead of Merry Christmas, they're gonna say Mariah Carey to you.
Mariah
Happy
Christmas.
Mariah Carey to you, my friend.
Someday, someone else will come along with another great track. This is going to happen. It's just, I mean, she did it. You know what I mean? She wasn't the first.
No.
But since she's done it, she's dominated since. You know what I mean? She is the queen since.
She's eclipsed all the other Christmas songs that ever existed.
That's right. Yeah.
How about
she's,
that? All right.
She's on top now.
Yes.
We got T. Lee made this little gif of Psycho Les.
They should do an AI. Oh, yeah, it's doing the Harlem Shake right there. Do an AI of Elvis singing Taylor Swift's, Mariah Carey's Christmas song. How about that one? Hey, you almost had it in sync right there.
Excellent. One more time. Sync it up, Les. You can do it. Here we go. Go. Yeah.
Gotta watch the video. I'm a little rusty.
Oh, man.
And we got Kayla saying, wishing everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I received these funky field tips in the mail yesterday. What a pleasant surprise. Thank you.
Well, all right.
Right. Merry Christmas.
Awesome.
Merry Christmas.
That's right.
She's saying no joint rating, please.
Yeah.
Still looks pretty good.
That's still pretty good. We won't rate it, but that looks pretty damn good. Better than anything Bolton rolls. That's for sure.
I like her little smoker box on the back as well. Little stash box.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a fatty, too. Bigger than a fatty.
That's a significant fatty right there, son.
Smoke. Well, that's the only negative to it. It's got a little belly.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a little overweight.
It's all right.
That was fine.
You could deal with that.
It's all right. Too much weed isn't a bad thing.
That one's an apple bottom right there.
Yep.
And we got STL. He's saying, have y'all tried these yet? The the Woo Energy.
Hell no.
Oh, I have not tried. It don't even look like Ric Flair. It looks like a dude who put on a wig that looked like Ric Flair.
Because STL saying, my friend and I tried them, and we did not like these. Unless y'all really like the taste of mushrooms, these are not it.
No.
Mushrooms.
Oh, is that what these are?
Mushroom
Sparkling
blend.
mushroom.
Oh, no, thank you.
Oh, it's like a wait.
All good with Ric Flair, but no. I think I would try these.
Sparkling mushroom elixir. That's weird.
So if you want trip, it's microdose, but it probably tastes horrible.
Yeah. I just went,
Gel cap it, son.
Lemon, passion fruit.
Yeah, there's no listen. You're not gonna mask the taste of that nastiness. You ain't. The chocolate is like as close as you can get, really.
Yeah.
The gummies.
I don't know. Have you tasted the gummies?
The gummies.
Oh well, yeah, the
gummies
gummies
are good.
Gummies and the chocolates. But even then, in some of the gummies, it doesn't cover that nasty ass taste all that well.
Yeah, the gummies that I had, I only had 1 pack, and I thought they were delicious.
Yeah,
I actually had. I'll bring some on Friday.
All right.
I got some at home.
Deal.
I've been wanting to bring them for a long time, but I keep forgetting.
Let's go.
We'll have fun. We can go mild to moderate dose.
Boom bang. All right.
Moderate.
We got Reiki Rabbit saying, yo, check out the sandwich. We got the Elvis Witch. Candied bacon, crunchy peanut butter, bananas, honey, and witch chips.
So he liked honey in there too, or they added that?
I think they added that.
Yeah, because I never heard about no honey in it.
Same with the chips.
Oh,
What are the
why?
ingredients again?
Why would you want chips
Crunch.
in that?
And put some crunch with that soft ass banana.
In a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Yeah.
Nah, you already got the bacon. What crunch do you need in a chip?
Interesting.
That wavy chip, man.
That could do without.
I definitely would do without. I'm just saying though. I could see.
No, I hear you. People
One-
want
one-
that crunch.
I got an OG favorite sandwich of mine, and that's just a straight up mayo mustard, Kraft single, and barbecue Lay's chips. That's like a delicious cheese and chip sandwich to me.
Yeah, Send Dog. I remember back in the teen days, right? Yeah, he would put chips in his sandwich, and I never understood that. I'm like, oh, I gotta have the crunch.
Gotta have that crunch.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's the crunch.
I mean, I've done it a few times.
I don't need the crunch in my sandwich though, unless but hey, it's subjectable.
It makes the sandwich nice. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
And we got Jason showing off this throwback picture saying, yo, check out this old picture of the Beastie Boys rocking the Cypress Hill shirt.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
Because they were down with us
Hard.
before they fully zenned out. You know what I'm saying? Well, they were still kind of partying.
They was wilding.
Yeah, when they were still kind of wilding out, they loved us. When they got zenned out, I don't know how much they loved us. And then we stole Bobo, so...
I still think they loved you.
I think so,
They
too.
were just on their own trip by then. You know what I mean?
think so, too.
By that point in their lives, they were in their own lane. No one else was even a factor to them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we love the Beasties, man.
4 and 3 and 2 and 1. When I'm on the mic, the suckers run. Crazy.
Come on, ill communication. This was a #1 record for a reason.
Was Bobo with them for the Fight for Your Right days or not?
No.
No, okay.
No, I don't know.
He came next.
He came around, I think, just before Check Your Head or something like
Yeah, it
that.
was right after that. Paul's Boutique.
Yeah.
Paul's
in
Boutique
that-
is
in that time.
classic.
Yeah,
That's a classic. That one don't get the flowers it was supposed to get. It does now. Like people that have, now have spent time with it in their catalog of music. They're like, yeah, this is a gem by the Beasties, but it didn't sell what License to Ill and Check Your Head did because people didn't get it. It was too different. But like when you hear it now, it wasn't too different. It was ahead of its time and all that, but bangers on that album.
The whole License to Ill is all, but was crafted to be an incredible commercial success. Whereas Paul's Boutique, you got to see them unleash what they really, really were, because from that point forward, that's what they were.
Yeah, that's what they were.
I believe they were already that before. But what we publicly got, what everybody got and what blew up was the commercial version of what they do.
Yeah.
Because after that, that's when they just lit it up.
Yeah, because after Rick Rubin produced that first one.
But he knew, but Rick's skill was and is in making hits. You know what I mean? That's what he does.
And they did that on License to Ill.
That's right.
But I'm saying
They crushed it.
as what they really wanted to do, which is where they, which was Paul's Boutique. And as you said, after that, they continued to do that.
Yeah, they were there.
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
Because they already were. They didn't need. Where else were they going after the first record? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I like about Paul's Boutique is the samples.
Yeah,
They
the
went
samples.
crazy. with
Crazy.
the samples. Like that's the ultimate sample album.
But just the endless breaks and sounds
Yeah,
though. I mean,
that's
just
what I'm saying.
constantly flipping.
That they were working with the Dust Brothers at
Dust
this point.
Brothers.
Yeah, and man, they were
It was crushing.
they were killing it, man. Salute to Dust Brothers.
Definitely crushed it.
Salute to the Beasties.
Hey, lady.
Legendary work with Paul's Boutique. All right, next.
I actually just got this sent in by Tina right now. She sent this in a beet sandwich. I've never seen this before.
Oh, that's nasty.
Oof. No, I cannot do a
Saying
beet
it's
sandwich.
That's good for
healthy.
you. Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
you
no,
know, hey, I'll tell you what, beets, if you like drink like a beet juice like as a energy drink, it'll raise the volume for you for sure. You will feel different. It'll boost you real quick, bro. That's why a lot of people are using beets as like now energy shots.
It's
and
good
stuff
in your
like that.
drinks.
That too.
That's what I replaced my caffeine with.
Beat it.
I've been having that beet juice every morning.
Yeah, beets will
That's my first drink of the day.
they'll raise you up, son. I remember we were gonna do a collaboration with somebody and they sent us shots of that, and I tried one. It raised me up. I was like, "Oh man, what's happening to me? Are you sure this is not infusing? Like, no, this is the beats.
You feel it?
The beats. All right.
We got a Herman up in here saying Merry Christmas from the UK. I'm smoking on some apples and bananas and some Mac Skittles using my new funky field tips. A Vortex Fatty and the Abyss Classic.
All right.
It was a birthday present from my boy Ryan, so
Nice.
shout out to Ryan.
Salute.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Ryan.
Just beat it.
Beat it.
Oh yeah.
Beat it.
Beat it. Oh no. We went too long on that, but all right.
And this is pretty cool. We got Space High. He's saying, got some new fun board games for Christmas to play. Got the Cheech and Chong-opoly. And he's saying, what's everyone's favorite board game to play?
Go to the joint.
Risk.
Risk. That was a game, boy. You know, it was a probably Monopoly, right? Because it's probably the one we all played the most. But I'll tell you what.
Monopoly, no one has ever had a legitimate finish to it.
No, and you never will.
I mean, there might be like an official league that you could join and maybe play like an official Monopoly game with some people that actually know the rules, play by the rules. You know, the game actually plays out, and people can come and go, and it's like officiated.
Yeah.
I know it exists. I've never seen it yet, but I know it's there.
Yeah.
But anyone else outside of that realm, they ain't playing Monopoly.
You know, it's a mad.
No one does. They ain't playing it right. We're making rules up.
Chess is good too as a board game. That's good for your mind. The other one was what was it called?
I'm gonna bring a backgammon game game down here.
Bring it. Let's go.
We get to set up a little table, have
Come on.
it sitting there.
I'll bring mine, and we'll have like competitions of 2 and 2. What was I gonna say? Stratego. That game never stops.
Yep.
That game never stops. That game could go on for months. Because, like, let's just say, like, all 5 of us could play. You have one army, he's got an army, you got an army, I got an army, and we're all trying to, like, maybe we're either allied up or fighting each other, or 3 of us are fighting one, and it's all to take over the whole map. And it's not easy.
Hey, game day. I'm going to bring Connect 4.
Connect 4? That's not really a board game, but all right.
I love that game.
Word.
It's still a game.
You know
It
what's
is a
also
game.
fun is Sorry
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah.
or Clue.
Clue. Ain't played that in forever. All right. Next one.
And we got Rachel. She's saying, when the munchies hit, got that pizza.
When the munchies hit, you must submit.
Chi-Town
That's what
slices.
That's what I thought you was gonna say.
I was going to say, it looks like one of those Costco pizzas to me, I think. I think that's what it is.
You don't like Costco pizza?
No, I like them. Comes on those plates, little
Yeah.
tinfoil over it. I think that's what it is.
Surprisingly, Costco's pizzas are not bad at all.
They got all right. They used to be better a long time ago.
I only hear compliments about Costco's foods all the time. Like everybody, like, man, you had this Costco that. I'm like, damn, I need to go to Costco.
It would surprise you to know
They
how
got
much
some
good
snacks
stuff
over
they
there.
got over there.
Yeah, I have not gone to been blessed with Costco snacks yet. I need to go become a member.
Yep. Do it.
Did you hear about the guy that actually owns Costco? They were talking about changing the price of the hot dog. I don't know if you read about it.
No, I
but
didn't see that.
there was a headline that came out where he came out with like, if someone changes the price of the hot dog, I'm gonna effing kill him.
Oh wow!
Like that, straight up,
should
like
not
that,
say
like,
that.
like out there.
He should not say things like this.
Yeah, but it went viral. It went viral though because everyone was like,
course.
"Oh, we need this guy." Like,
of course it went viral because he said I would kill him.
Yeah.
My favorite pretzel, my favorite hot dogs are the little mini pretzel hot dogs, like at Wetzel's Pretzels or Annie Ann's.
Hell yeah.
Fire.
Man, I love those little suckers.
Word. All right.
We got Midget Mike with a little AI Dr. Greenthumb show artwork.
That's pretty dope.
Hell yeah.
We might have to use that, man. You send it over.
It's crazy. I've used the AI like a couple of apps, but I don't know like which ones are the ones that make the best ones. Like it's crazy.
Hey, why don't you guys, whoever's into this, why don't you send us some information for Pedro?
Yeah, that's dope.
At brealtvcontest@gmail.com. That is dope. That's really dope.
Because I would like the only ones I run across was like those Avatar ones. And like I don't want no Avatar. Like
That's dope too.
that's pretty crazy.
All of them. Those are all dope.
Yeah, those are all dope. I ain't seen a bad one yet. We're going to have to use one of these, buddy.
That was cool.
That's what you need to make the cover.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Flip it.
All right.
And we got Midget Mike with a little more AI art, but he's calling this one a little something for Be Real. No sprinkles.
All
right.
I love it.
Hell yeah. No sprinkles. He knows what the hell I'm saying.
There you go.
Should get that hoodie right there.
Yep.
No sprinkles. No sprinkles.
No sprinkling.
Yeah. Funny.
All right.
I was going to say, B's a man of his word, too. I caught him taking off the sprinkles of the cupcake.
Yeah. Get that shit off of there, man.
We got Auntie showing off a little evil Andy. Watch out, B.
Evil Andy. He's
Evil
looking.
Andy.
He's looking for his cowbell right there. He's looking in his percussion drawer. Where's my fucking cowbell?
That's how he was looking at you when you grabbed his cowbell.
Oh, worse. This is a light illustration of how
He lit up.
he looked at me.
That's how he felt.
You have to actually be, because both Andy and B are actually percussionists. You'd actually have to be a percussionist to truly grasp the situation here. You know what I mean? To any person who's not qualified in this world, you know what I mean? What the hell are we talking about? A cowbell? What do you mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But as percussionists,
You're territorial about your shit.
this is a whole nother world.
Yeah, it is. Because I know if like someone just out of the blue walked up on Bobo's set, he'd be looking at him. Like,
Oh man, ain't nobody walking up on that.
so whoa.
Grab the cowbell.
Just start racking on the timbales.
I've seen him do it. You know. It is what it is. Sorry, Andy.
Hitting his little splash as hard as he can.
I shouldn't have picked up your cowbell. So sorry. All right.
And we got Balls Mahoney showing off again some parking skills. Little parking skills for Walmart, backing up the 90-degree backup here.
Oh, yeah.
And he's saying, if you guys are wondering, I have moved over 15,000 trailers this year.
Let's go, buddy.
15,000.
My father would have liked you, son. He would have been like, hey, your guy who's a fan on the show.
We need a transporter.
We need a driver.
That's what I'm talking about. One and done, right down the line, the whole way. Perfect. Bam. Right on the dock. It's off.
That's a lot, because he puts a lot of hours behind that wheel, Mike.
That's
Oh, yeah.
skills
That's the-
right there. I'll
that's-
let you back up our rig any day, dog.
Let me know next time you're taking a trip.
That's the only time you that good is when you putting the hours in and the miles in.
I can't even park my car like that.
Nah, we know. You can't roll an R, can't park your car. See what I did there?
You need to get.
That's called a bar.
You need to get in the rock game. Drive them rock trailers.
Yup.
Every time B-Real's in the parking lot and I pull up with my car, I'm like, man, I got to park in front of him now.
Pressure. Under pressure. All right.
And then next up in here, let's see, we got a Tap Out showing off a little freestyle sesh with his bro.
right.
His homie's making the beats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So hard.
You gotta watch out. You get caught up on that guitar playing like that, you might go into like feeling it mode, rack it right into that cabinet. Blow! Wow. You gotta give yourself a little more space.
And let me ask you this, Steph. Is it for you? Maybe it's equal, but is it easier to play on a programmed beat or with an actual live drummer, or is it the same for you?
Well, there's way more energy with the live drummer because you're exchanging, the whole feeling.
Right.
The process is between two people, and two people are trying to fit something that they're enjoying doing together. So that's always going to be more exciting. But what I love about program beats is that, real drummers, they're human beings. They can't go forever. Whereas your program drums, you could just turn that motherfucker on loop and enjoy yourself and come up with idea after idea. And your drums at no point will become tired. They'll just keep on delivering.
You record all that.
Yeah, you record it all, and then you find your little bits that you really, really like. You know what I mean?
And everything is locked in at that point because it's on a metronome with programming a beat, unless you specifically program it off.
Yeah, but I mean, you can do. I'm just saying when it comes to like creating something, you can really come. I think you can put way more time in on the program drum. And then then take that as a good start to to go back to the live drums and be like, well, here's kind of like a sketch. You know what I mean? Now let's turn it up.
Right.
Yeah. Yo, what I was gonna say, that the TR-808 was made for live artist performance. That's what it was.
Oh, like as a pad, to play
drummers
live.
that they don't have drummers, they made those machines just for that. And
but people got into programming.
They loved the sound and turned it into hip hop.
Boom. Yeah. How about that? Did you know? All right, next.
And the last one here, we got Tap Out saying, miss you, Smokey Rose, showing off his cat here.
Aww.
Lost her last year. And, yeah, that's pretty much what he's saying. Miss you, Smokey Rose.
Rest in peace, Smokey Rose.
Rest in peace, little Smokey Rose.
Word up.
Man, she's just a little baby, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know that pain, brother.
Thank you for your submissions. Keep them coming to brealtvcontest@gmail.com, and we will put them on as you know. Once again, don't forget to smash that like. You may unlock the box, all right? 1,000 likes before the end of the show. It's at 585, and we got half an hour to go. Let's see if you could do it. All right. Now let's open up the doors to the Insane Asylum. That means y'all right here in our live chat. If you got a comment, question, shout out, suggestion, now's the time. Pop it off.
Welcome to the Insane Asylum.
All right, let's do this. First one up, we got Jeff Rowe. He's asking, what happens if artists go on strike on major labels?
Yeah, just find new artists to sign for cheaper.
Yeah. Good luck. Going on strike. All right.
All right.
Well, when you think about it, right? Like a lot of people said, especially guys your age, Jeffro, which are guys close to my age. I'm probably slightly older, but you think about you look at some of these new artists and you say, well, they don't have the same skill set as these guys over here, like from the 90s, right? These guys are way doper. They got layers, and the thing is there's a value to that. And they don't ever want to pay to the value of that. They'll pay what comes cheaper is like someone with less talent, but will give them everything in that contract just to get put on. Some artists are smarter though now these days. They know that they got value, so they're not going to sell their music to the labels for cheap. But labels will always do that to a desperate artist who will just do whatever to get on and maybe not know the business. You know what I mean? So that's why you see artists now sort of know their value when they come. It's like, well, I'm not going to take this whack-ass little deal. I know what I bring to the table. And so what they'll do is just get someone who's maybe kind of talented, but more desperate than you. And that's the game.
And we got the Pope saying, did you guys make prank phone calls as kids?
Everyone.
I used to call people with famous names and act starstruck. There were 3 Michael Jordans in the Milwaukee phone book.
I definitely did a lot of pranks.
Yeah, we did that. We used to do that on the radio show that Bobo and I did, Soul Assassins Radio. Like, have someone we'd do a segment where like, did someone do you wrong at some point? Okay, do you got that person's number? And then we would totally crank them right there. And
I remember like way back in the studio, me, the engineer, Johnny Familari, we did prank calls to the deli that used to deliver us food. So we would put orders in with like an Indian accent and just talk the whole time. My friend, we want to order, 3, just
that's the whole Jerky Boys.
Just take it somewhere else, like real, just be talking crap forever. And like,
yeah, that's the whole era of the Jerky Boys.
Jerky Boys. Shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Word up.
Funny.
We got the Pope again saying, "You ever try to get peace talks going between East and West since you were respected on both coasts? Also, would love to see Nos and Hammer on the show."
Really, there was not so much need for it. The media was, perpetuating all that crap because realistically, East Coast artists and East Coast fans had love for a lot of West Coast artists that came through, and vice versa. There, like Wu-Tang, Onyx, Beatnuts, and several East Coast artists were coming through the West Coast at that point doing shows, and nobody was making no one feel uncomfortable because they love the music, and no one felt like any of that was anything but the media trying to put a black eye on hip hop. So no one felt the need to do that because if anybody had done that they would have like given that bullshit that the media was trying to do life. And no one was trying to give that life because we all knew it was just 2 crews going at it, and they just happened to be one on the East and one on the West. But there was no coast war between East Coast hip hop and West.
The power of hip hop, man.
Yeah.
It brings worlds together.
Yeah, we was always all together. It was just 2 factions that didn't get along, and whoever was down with them in the ways that they were, they might have gotten slight buck shots from the barrel and all that stuff. But no, like some of us went over to the East Coast, did shows, got love. Some came over from the East Coast to West, did shows, got love. There was none of that. It was all the media.
If you guys ever came to New York back then, I would definitely pull up and just
we did many shows. I mean, like in that time, we did our annual Halloween shows down there, and other shows that flowed through the city, earlier on in the year before we would throw those. So we never felt it, and we seen a lot of other West Coast artists that were coming through at the same time as us. No fear.
Humanity and all the tribes of everywhere they all love each other. Love to hang with each other, love each other's foods, cultures, all the romance between all the different cultures. There's so much more greatness and blending of everything out there, and people loving everybody's stuff than there isn't.
Yeah.
And you have to go out there and give yourself to other people's cultures to embrace what they're all about. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. You might learn something.
Yeah, absorb it. Because ultimately you're going to learn we're all the same. We're all ultimately down, trying to accomplish essentially the same things.
Yep.
We just have different methods of achieving our goals and even have different goals,
Yep. Agreed.
And we got On My Way saying Party 1, 2, Tree saying same team. Quick question. Why does evil sometimes win? I thought good always overcomes evil. You feel me? A why God moment for me.
That's the reality I'm manifesting.
It's the balance of life, positivity and negativity. We're never going to have one without the other.
Well, one is the other.
They're both the same.
Yeah.
Evil never wins.
Sometimes it do, but it balances out eventually. You know what I'm saying? And because we're seeing a lot of evil shit right now, but it will balance out.
It's in perpetual balance always, regardless of the perspective we're viewing it from. We might we might all be staring at the real negative right now, you know what I mean? But always remind yourself and look around. You'll see the positive. You just have to look. You're allowing the negative to gain your attention and keep you focused on it versus the things that, you know, would make you actually feel better.
Yeah, but you can't live with blinders on. You have to acknowledge.
Well, it's not about blinders, but it's, you know what I mean? You recognize that evil is real, but you stay focused on what's real
and what is good.
Yeah.
Evil. That was a bad drop.
Yeah.
but hilarious nonetheless. Next.
And we got the Pope asking the table, have you ever given $2 or helped a homeless man out?
Many times.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, I gave
absolutely.
Dude, at the end of the street when we get off the freeway right here, I gave some dude like $10, right? I was like, all right, cool, man. You know what? This guy would need $10 more than I do. The next morning, dude, I see him in the same spot, passed out with a fucking with a tall can.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn.
I give out Benjis to make
Crazy.
differences. You know what I mean?
It's that kind of stuff right there is what makes people not want to do it.
Yeah, because
You know
I'm
what I
like, oh man, like, because I was gonna give him like $2, right? But I gave him a 10. Like, all right, cool. This is maybe like a meal or something, you know, something I had right there. And then I just see him the next day, and he's just like passed out at 9 a.m. in the corner. I'm just like, oh damn.
But you know what, man?
Crazy.
Like coming from New York, like we'll give a crackhead, go get your crack, man. Be happy, you know, whatever it is, man. Just you're still broke. You're still helping him out.
Yeah.
You know, if he bought a beer, then let him enjoy that. But he enjoy.
Well,
it,
you only have one choice to make, and that is to either give or don't give.
Yeah,
Whether
you give
what
it.
they do with
What
or
they
without
do.
is
Yeah.
that's going to be on them.
Right.
But you decide to give or not because that's based on your character and how you think how you see yourself.
Whatever you.
You know, it's just when you give something to someone, you want to think that they're going to do something to better themselves as opposed to going and just adding to their problem.
But you always hope,
right?
But you know what I mean?
And you could never know that.
Yeah,
you could
you
never
never
know that
Yeah, you
unless
always-
you like follow them around with the camera to see what they did with the money you gave them. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you
Who's
know,
going to do that?
Like I said, I'll give it to people who I feel like who genuinely touch me. Like I really know this person that I could see in their face that this is like they're in a legit position where like they really need some help right now. And if you could help, you're gonna really make a difference. You know what I mean? And I tell you, I give these people $100, man. And when I see them like just pack up and they're out because they're like 100 made all that was all they needed to make their day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know that made a difference versus like, oh, they got it.
Yeah,
They
but-
stuck around because
but
they're
you-
like collecting.
But it's hard to say what that made a difference to.
Yeah, no, I have no clue.
Yeah.
There's no way I'll ever know. You know what I mean? But for me, like I said, you know, like I'm compelled to go to that limit when I see someone who I'm like, you know, if you're there with your little baby, you know what I mean? All right, you got me. Your baby, whether that was your baby or not, I don't know where you got the baby, but man, your baby got me. I do not want to see you standing out in this intersection with your baby
Yeah, when
again.
I see-
And that's the horrible thing. Some people will use their kids for that to get money for like the drugs.
Because it works.
It
Yeah.
works. Like I
Definitely, because it works. Yeah, it plays to the heartstrings. You don't want to see that.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't
Hopefully,
how
you know,
do the
when you give money to some of them, they're using it for the kids, man. Because like it would break your heart to know that they're going to buy drugs with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, get
Word
some
up.
dinner or
All
something.
right, next one.
And we got Rosa and Ricky saying, hi fam, hope everyone had a blessed holiday. Bobo and E-Zone, you're in our thoughts and prayers.
Bobo too. I wasn't here when you guys made the announcement, but you know, Bobo lost his mother this past week, and we want to send condolences, prayers. I do, you know, because I wasn't on the air when these guys made the announcement. So you know, condolences to Bobo and E-Zone.
Yeah, 11 condolences.
Yeah. Keep your head up.
We got Hybrid Cypher saying, A, Merry Christmas, Deftone, Les, B, Pedro, and the Treehouse crew.
Word.
Merry
Thank you.
Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Merry Postmas.
Merry
yeah.
Post.
Mariah Carey.
How you doing?
That's what Christmas is going to be called. Carrie.
Oh man.
Mary Carey.
Mariah Carey, son. Happy Mariah Carey.
Mary Carey.
Yeah. That was the porn star, right? It was like
Oh
looked
yeah.
like
That
her.
literally was her name.
And she ran for
Governor.
yes.
She lost to Arnold.
She lost to Arnold.
Hey,
Pedro just woke up. Like
for X amount of
it's a true story.
On her donations, if you were giving her a donation, X amount of donation got you a moment with her.
A date.
You got a date.
A BJ.
Whatever you got. I don't know what you got.
Who knows what you got?
But you got a date. You got some time.
But that's crazy that she actually ran for governor against. Yeah, this is her right here.
Crazy.
She was like coined as the porn star who looked like Mariah Carey, so Mary Carey.
Go down.
How could you not vote for her? What's wrong with you? Come on.
I am down for you.
Go down.
She needs to do it again. Come on, girl. Get back in the game.
And this was for California?
This was for California, son.
That's crazy.
It's like 20 years ago, though.
Yes, this was a while. This was way back, son.
What does she look like now?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Beery to pull up.
Oh, she's since grown up. She's done moved on from that game long ago.
Yeah. It was a great publicity stunt, though, because her name was everywhere for a minute. Everybody knew she was not going to win.
I was hoping, though.
You were?
I was.
Why?
What? Come on.
Just to say? That we got a porn star as governor?
Life, I would have believed, absolutely increased. The quality of life would have absolutely increased.
How?
Across the board.
She did.
She liked to party. You know that the state would have partied. At minimum, we had at least, there'd be some parties happening.
We'd be broke asses right
No
now.
way.
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Tiger King, what did he run for?
What?
Like governor too? Or did he run for like mayor?
Who?
Tiger King? When he had like a campaign?
No, not here. He's not from here. He's from Florida or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
No, but I was just wondering if like what exactly he was running, because I know he had a campaign. I just
No,
forgot for what.
this dude was campaigning to get him out of jail. Is what they were campaigning for. Free that whatever his name is.
Yeah. No, but before that, he wasn't going for nothing. I could have swore he was.
I don't think so.
I'm looking at Mary Carey's Twitter right now. I would have to put this on the preview for you guys, or YouTube cannot see this.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's like
She has
that,
a
huh?
really wild Twitter going on.
Hell yeah.
Like,
That's
no
what
wonder
I'm
why
talking
she's getting
about.
votes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well,
Her whole Twitter feed's either photos or videos.
well, we told you she was a porn star.
OnlyFans.
Bolton. I mean, what'd you think you were gonna see? Like daisies and flowers and teddy bears?
That's
That's
like,
good to know she's still active, though. She's still in. She engaged.
From his reaction, sounds like she's still active.
She's still going.
Or she's got old videos up.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
One way or another, she's still repping.
You'll find out.
Maybe she's gonna get another run.
I vote for her. Come on, man.
You would vote for her right now.
GP just couldn't possibly fail on anything that we've had.
Well, she could say she's got more experience now too.
For sure.
MILF porn.
That's something. All right.
And we got Marbell up in here saying Blue Ted's name is Don Crippa, a.k.a. Suavecito.
Blue Ted. All right. He said Blue Ted's name is what?
Suavecito.
What is it? Don Crippa.
Don Crippa.
Don Crippa.
Oh, no.
Don Crippa.
Oh, no, we'll just call him Blue Ted.
Blue Ted. BT.
And Marbell's also saying, real chill. I'm sorry that Colton's illiteracy injured you. He can't read, drive, or talk. What else can't he do? He's saying, to solve this, let me replace him.
Your stepson's trying to take your job.
I'm sure
man.
he can probably park better than me.
Oh, man.
I'll never forget, first time I had to like park up in here, I was trying to like do a 90-degree back up and B-Real just screams at me, "You need help!" I'm like, never again in front of you.
I remember when we went somewhere and there was like a whole parking lot that was empty. He chose to try and park in between two cars.
Yo, I had to pee
That
so
was
bad.
like, it was like the most tightest spot. I'm like, dude, you got like 10 free parking spots right here. What are you doing? That was funny.
That's Bolton, son.
We got Michelle saying, hello, just letting you guys know that I always hit the like button when I watch, but because I'm in Australia, I'm never eligible for winning any of the giveaways.
We're gonna come up with some for you.
And then we got Megan up in here saying, hi, Table, Asylum, and Treehouse. What's your 2 cents about KRS-One and other hip-hop artists who are against the 50th anniversary hip-hop Grammys? She's saying, I think KRS-One is dope.
KRS-One is dope, and you know, like he's given his opinion on how a lot of people feel, and that's totally cool. It is what it is. I mean, the Grammys ran it. There's no taking it back, and the artists that decided to participate, hey, I would imagine, you know, a lot of them felt a certain way too, even though they were there to represent the collective of hip hop at that point. Because I know I felt some way about it. I mean, I had to be talked into it, like, and told that Chuck and others were doing it for me to say, you know what, okay, I'm gonna put my views away and say this is for, you know, whatever this is, and celebrate the culture of it. But yeah, a lot of us look at what the Grammys, how the Grammys overlooked the culture of hip hop, and what they've turned it into as what is representative of hip hop right now. It's like, when you look at it, yeah, of course, you know, KRS-One would totally be against what it is right now.
Yeah. I like what MC Shan is saying also. He's like with KRS team, you know, with the same team. Like, you know.
And aside, I think, from it being like a Grammys thing and then thrown by the Grammys, it just must have been dope to be around like all hip hop, right? Like,
well, it was dope to be around all those particular groups that decided to participate, because a lot of us used to get down together back in the 90s on tours, different shows, and all that stuff. And when the conventions used to run, you know, and we were like, you know, promoting our whatever new material that was coming out at the time. So we'd all congregate and hang out. This is the first time a lot of us had been together in one place in a long time. So that felt good.
Yeah.
And, you know, with the time that they had to create what they had, it turned out pretty cool. Like, when you watch it, it's not bad. Some of it is mad chopped, but it's not bad. Could it have been better? Hell yeah, it could have been better. Could the representation be better? Hell yeah, and it should be. But they did what they did, and those who chose not to participate or did not get the call, you know, hell yeah, they're gonna feel a certain way about it.
Hip hop is like punk rock, and like punk rock, you know, hip hop just has to realize it doesn't need to care. You know, anyone at any time can create their own 50th anniversary celebration of any style they want.
And they have been.
Just, you know, make your lane. That's what hip hop has been, just like punk rock this entire time. You make your lane. You know what I mean? You can carve out your own space. There's room for everybody. You know, the new people come up all the time.
I'll just say KRS-One isn't wrong in his view.
Yeah. No, but
it was his decision.
It's his view, though.
It's his decision whether he chose to participate or not.
Yeah, that's all.
I mean, like you said, this year, like, how many 50th anniversary parties did you see out there?
Yeah. Many.
Yeah, you could have your own.
Everybody.
You want, you know what I mean?
Everybody.
Everywhere.
It's just, you know, his point is the Grammys is kind of ridiculous in that they're trying to celebrate a culture that they've always downplayed.
Shitted on.
Yeah, but it's a different culture in the Grammys now, though.
Yeah, but it's not the true and correct culture. And like what they have out there right now is like, how can I say? It's not a true representative of hip hop culture as what they celebrate as hip hop there. Like this celebration, yes, because they got all the artists that were like golden era and before golden era and like in more recent and sort of like did a combination of all from front to back, right? And some have just been golden era.
Are Grammy winners picked, or are they actually?
Do
they actually win by votes?
They're picked.
They're picked, right?
By people within the music industry.
But it's considered to be voted, right? Like
I think your average person by now, because they can find out the information, knows that it's the popularity contest of the industry insiders. It's nothing to do with what the fans.
It's not. Yeah, it's not fan base.
No, hell no.
No.
No props to LL Cool J.
Yeah,
but it would have to. Even though it's industry people that are doing this voting, right? You'd still have to assume that they're like, it's the fans of you that are within the industry that are voting.
But
right?
it's not.
It's not?
Not for the Grammys, no. And salute to Questlove too. Now for Billboard Awards, that's based off of your charting, so
Numbers.
that's
just a
closer.
numbers award.
Yes, and the People's Choice Awards, that's based off of people's vote.
People's vote.
But the Grammys is not that.
No.
Neither is the Oscars. How about that? All right, next.
We got Ceaseless. Thank you so much for your super chat. And we got the Pope saying, yo, be real, send dog 2024.
I will never run for an office like that ever. But thank you.
That'd be cool. Podcast live from the White House.
Yeah, let's do it. Come on.
Straight from the state capitol.
Yo,
If I
today,
ever-
today was fucked up, y'all, and let me tell you why.
If I ever run for that office, I'm gonna run on the platform that I'm gonna close it down for 4 years. For 4 years, no one's gonna be home. We're not doing a damn thing. Everybody's gonna chill.
Relax.
All right.
And legalize weed for real. If it has not
That'd
been
be the
done.
one thing you do before you go on
Yeah.
vacation for 4 years.
Yeah, nationally we
All right.
we become legal and then that's it. With everybody, you got 4 years off. Enjoy yourself.
You're on your own. You're on your own for 4 years, real quick.
Drops the mic.
All right.
Out.
And we got, let's see here. We got Jesus saying, yo, got a new Keurig for Christmas.
All right. Coffee up, son.
Keurig.
Which one? There are many K machines.
Yeah.
And we got Senor Smoker saying, yo, B, release dates don't really make sense anymore.
Well, they do if you plan on making a campaign before you actually release the song. And strategically, you could know like who you're up against that day. If you got an album that might be in competition with yours, might take away sales or, whatever. Right? So you look at this date and say, well, used to be they used maybe 6 months to promote. Then they chopped it down to 3 months. Then probably like 6 weeks now. Either way, like when you have a target date, you give yourself the time in between time you made that target date and that date to promote the shit out of whatever product you're putting out. So, I mean, unless you're just going to dry run it like a lot of people do, like they don't put no promotion into marketing or campaigning or none of that for their project. They just, boom, here it is. And when it's out, they're actively promoting it when it's out.
Well, the real promotion is you're making your record as you're preparing your record and you're getting closer to confirming the release dates and you're setting that schedule. You're not only setting the release date for the record. That date usually is based on having a tour already booked and set up. So when you drop that record, you're already on the road. Boom! It's like a simultaneous thing, and people are pumped. They can come see your show with the brand new music.
Right.
They got brand new music that they get to come see. You know what I mean?
Release parties everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's all a process.
And yeah,
It
so
happens.
everybody's really, when it comes to like commercial releases, it's really all to just capitalize on this initial, 2 to 3 months, at most 6 months of time where everything is active as a so-called new release, By 9 months in, it ain't that long, but it ain't a new release no more. 9 months is you back in the studio?
Yeah, you back in the studio? Yeah. You don't get a full year anymore.
Nah, you back in the studio? Yeah, what's going on?
Word up. That's crazy. All right.
And we got Mike saying, moment of silence for all those that lost a loved one this year.
Rest in peace to all those.
And we got Marbell saying, what about we name him either J.O. Felon or Trey D? Or is he saying Ayo Felon? J-A-Y-O Felon. J.O. Felon or Trey D?
Nah. Cool. We'll figure something out. Those names are occupied
How about
already.
J.O. Leno?
We got Darren Cushman. I think he's saying in the Twitch chat, yo, I'm a Swiftie. I'm a Eddie B. Swift fan, and my wife loves Taylor.
All right.
There we go.
Y'all are Swifties. All right.
And we got Overcoming Native Eagle saying, B, Little Richard was a legend.
still is.
Yes, he is. He'll never not be a legend.
Yeah, he's still a legend. Don't trip. Tutti Frutti.
You got to hear the story of this song, of the initial, like the original lyrics, and you know, they asked him to change a lyric, which is not in the original, and it was considered a perverted lyric back at that time.
Yeah, no, he was controversial all the time.
Yeah. You got to watch the doc. It's pretty good. He's a trip.
I forgot who he was doing an interview with, but I love when he was, you know, they were talking. He was just like, "Yeah, I'm not gay no more." You know.
Yeah.
God saved me.
Yeah.
Now I'm straight.
It shows all that that part.
I mean, he's playing it up, but he's amazing. I love Little Richard.
He was different, Mike.
That dude had straight up. He was just oozing like just talent and charisma.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
Yeah. Straight tutti frutti.
We got Darren Cushman again saying, "I got a Funko for Christmas, my first of Be Real, of course."
Word.
Sick.
Thank you.
Funko.
Awesome.
And we just got a couple little Bolton roast up in the chat.
All right.
We
let's
got
hear it.
we got Humble saying Bolton borrows his girl's sweater at the movie theaters.
That's pretty good, right? Hey, babe, can I borrow your sweater?
And we got Chief saying Colton's the type of guy to stand right next to you at the urinal, even though there's more for free.
That's like the parking space.
Yeah.
All right.
And that seems to be it.
Oh, wow. That was enough. Thank you very much for your interactions, and salute to all y'all. Happy holidays and all that. Glad you made it through Christmas and all that, a.k.a. Mariah Carey. And much love to all y'all. Man, it's good to be back at the table. Pedro, got any shout-outs?
Yeah, big ups to everybody watching the show here at the table, upstairs, Treehouse crew. Hope you guys had a happy holidays, and hope you guys have a blessed 2024, and, you know, look forward to the new year. Bless.
Word up. Shout out everybody on the chat. Happy holidays. Dr. Greenthumb squad, you know how we put it down. It's Tuesday. Get ready for the mix after this. And also, if you're on that IG, go to Psycho Less Official or Psycho Less Beats and Beer. And hit that site up, thepsycholesshop.com. Squeeze.
Shout to Ray Morning Shot Films. Shout to the Dominator. Shout to everyone in the Insane Asylum. And actually, we're going to be doing B Movie Night tonight. That's going to be starting at 8 p.m. in the Discord, and I'll drop the link in the YouTube chat and the Twitch chat. Thank you guys so much. What's up, Steph Tone?
Mm-hmm. Shout out Mark Sargent, Karen B, David Weiss, B, Pedro, Psycho Les, Bolton, Ray Morning Shop Films, Taryn the Velvet Hammer, The Dominator, Aton, Javi Lopez, Cali Blaze, E-Zone, Bobo, Trey, Sin, all the Asylum, Twitch Ward, and the Discordlies. Y'all have a great post-Christmas, and see you again on this Friday. Have a great week.
Healing vibes to E-Zone and Bobo. Swallow that.
BeReal.tv